Hi, happy Mother's Day, and I was hoping to today bring you a very fun activity to do with your mom this weekend. And we have here some chocolate cake mix. This is my mom's favorite, and I'll show you just all the ingredients you'll need to make this wonderful treat. So for the very first step of this activity, what we need to do is grab your oven, and what you're going to be doing is putting it to 350 degrees. So for my oven, we're working on some finger isolation here. We're pressing the bake button. We're putting it to the 350. If your oven doesn't start with it, you can input the numbers and help your child identify the numbers. So 3, 5, and 0. And then press, in my oven, press start. So right now, as you can see, it's preheating. And why is this so important to start off with? Because in order for you to be able to put in your cake batter into the oven once it's ready, you need the oven already all set. So, alright, come and join me, and we're going to be now putting together all the ingredients into our bowl. Okay? So, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my box and open it up. So again, this is also working on a little bit, there's a strengthening component for your hands as well as coordination component in order to open it. You can do this one of two ways. You can either work on using your finger grip and strength to open it, or if it's a little too difficult, you can have your kids grab a scissor, or you can grab a scissor and make sure your child holding it properly and guide them as they cut the opening for the cake mix. So we don't want to do that. We want to adjust it like this. Alright, so now we have a good opening to put the cake mix inside of the bowl. So, okay. So pour this all in. Alright, put it in. We need a cup and 1/4 of water, and let's go ahead and grab some water. So we're going to do a cup and 1/4 of water, and I already put in 1 cup, and here's 1/4. As you can see, I'm pouring it in, and you can mix it just a little bit because we still have to put in eggs. What I like about baking is that you have to follow a sequence of directions. So if your child has a little bit of difficulty with that, you can have them do one part of it, or you can pre-put in water for them and have them put the water in to assist you. You can have them maybe mixing, or if maybe you have a couple kids, you can have them each doing a different step of the activity. So the next thing we're going to need is we need 2 eggs. This is a great teaching opportunity to teach them how to crack an egg. So when you crack an egg, you want to hold it in one hand or two. You can do it one of 2 ways. So for the first one, I'll try it the first way, which is just using one hand. So you make a crack, and you have you have to have a very soft tap to, could be the counter, could be the bowl. And so you're gonna grab it with 2 hands and open it up, okay? And as you can see now, there's 1 egg in there. For our second egg, the other way you can have them do it is that you have them tap it here, and then this is maybe a little more challenging, have them squeeze it a little bit and then open it up, okay? So that's a little bit more challenging. Now we have our 2 eggs, and we're gonna mix it. Now if the eggs are too difficult for your child to do, you can do that part and then have them mix it in. Involving your child in as many parts as possible will get them more engaged and also have them feel more confident. Now the last ingredient we're going to need is the vegetable oil. So I have 1 child holding the cup while the other child is pouring. Or you can hold the cup while your child is pouring, or vice versa. If this is too heavy for your child, you can have them hold the cup for you. So pouring half a cup. All right. And pour it in. All right. And what I also like about when you're pouring in ingredients and even putting the eggs in is that it works on graded control, because they have to be careful how hard they press the egg against the edge. They have to work on opening the egg softly, and especially when you're pouring vegetable oil into the cup, you have to be careful how much you pour. So those all work on graded control. Okay, and so now you want to mix it until you don't see that many lumps. Okay, so I would say about 50-60 strokes, and you can have your kids taking turns, or you and your child could be taking turns mixing if they get too tired. Also works on hand strengthening as well as shoulder stability, because they have to be able to hold their core in as they mix. All right, so now we're all ready. So before we put it in, we want to put some spray onto our pan. So this is my pan. So this also works on some finger isolation. Okay, now we can go ahead, we're going to pour it right in. If this is too hard for your child, you can help them. Okay. All right, so we finished putting our batter in, and as you can see, my oven now is set to 350, so we're gonna go ahead and put it into the oven. And be careful, I think this would be a good part of the process for the parent to be doing, because it's very hot in the oven. You don't want them to get burned. It's a safety risk. So we're gonna keep it there in the oven as it says for 30 to 35 minutes, and then we'll check and see how it's doing. So there's a timer feature on my oven, but if you don't have a timer feature, you can just grab your phone, and the iPhone and Androids most have timers. So that would be a good thing for you to do with your child, is set the timer so that both you and them don't forget. So that's a very important time management planning aspect to the activity. So for me, as you can see, 30 minutes, and I'll press start. And put it up here, and you want to grab a toothpick or butter knife to test it. You're gonna stick your knife in the middle. If it comes out clean, you know it's good. If you found this activity a lot of fun, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to also follow me on Instagram for some funny memes, and be sure to follow me on my Peds OT mentorship group for any fellow therapists who would like to learn more on how to be a better Peds OT. Thank you all. Have a good day.